The preceding program is part of Cable in the Classroom, a service of the cable television industry and your local cable company.
When I stand on the mountain and I say, do it, it gets done.
He was a runaway from Boys Town.
I've been in jail all my life.
A criminal with charisma.
If you're going to do something, leave something with you.
Whose followers committed mass murder. The personification of evil.
He was playing to the courtroom. He was playing to the press.
Charles Manson, part of Journey into Madness Week on Biography. Tonight at 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific on A&E.
You want a blackmail number? Well, at least it answers one question about you.
Yeah, what's that?
You wear boxer shorts.
Sure. There's a girl in my bed.
Want me to leave?
Hold it!
Going to the picnic, you're supposed to like other parents and other kids are going to be there, and then the parents will come to you, they'll ask you questions and stuff, and hopefully you'll find a family there.
Excited about the picnic, picking out the one God wants us to have. Us looking at every child is going to be very difficult to say in our hearts, no, you're not the one, or yes, you are the one, you know.
I want a family to be there to look upon whenever I'm graduating, have somebody pat you on the back and say how proud they are of you, you know, and that's my daughter, you know, and stuff like that.
These kids have experienced things that normal children have not gone through. Any child that's been in foster care has suffered loss, separations, and are going to have some feelings and anger to deal with.
It is true what they say about the children having problems, and you just have no idea what you're getting. You just don't know how to be prepared. But I think you could really kind of make an older child's dreams come true. Going into a home with love, that's all they want.
To the 5th and final parenting class. anybody who applies to adopt has to go through the classes before we do anything with their application. Because most people, they have no idea what they're getting into. Our children are all going to have problems. They're going to go through a lot of pressure, and we want to have families who've already dealt with some type of crisis or some problem issues in their marriages and have survived this. Because if they come in and they say, you know, we just always had this sweet little happy marriage and we've never had any problems and we agree on everything, then I say, oh, you don't need one of my children because your life is never going to be the same again. Most of the children that are at the picnic will be school age or older. Probably 60% of the children that are there will be African American, probably about 35% Caucasian, and maybe 5% mixed or Hispanic. And I know we're going to have around 50 or 55 children, and really this is going to be the biggest and the best picnic we've ever had. I think we're having a lot of children that are being free for adoption, and I think there's a lot of you that probably will find kids there that you are interested in. I can take a picture and the write-up of a child and show a family, and they can read the problems that this child's had and the experiences that they've been through. And they may say, no, I can't take this child. And then they can come to the picnic and they see the child and interact with them. It just puts a whole different light on it. And people that I never would even think about taking certain kids because of all the problems they have. We have families that decide these are our kids. I just got a picture I want to toss around a little bit. I'm in love. And I just want, y'all again, and I just want to toss this picture around, let some of y'all see something that's coming to this picnic. He is, if somebody else don't take him, I'm taking him. What's his name? Jeffrey. He just got free for adoption. He had just took my heart and just grabbed it and just run with it. I still don't know how I didn't bring him home with me. That's horrible. I don't know who's getting it, but somebody better start picking him out, or I'm going to have to take him. Well, Dad will take him. They're going up into the sky. Look up with that. That's me. And that's me too.
And why is Jeffrey happy in that picture?
Because I like the home I'm living in. These are just hearts.
What do hearts mean?
Love.
You know how you said that you were happy right here because you like the family you're living in? Do you, you understand that this is just temporary, right? And that we're looking for an adoptive home for you? Can you tell me what you know about an adoptive home? What kind of family is an adoptive home? Will that be your permanent mom and dad forever? Tell me about it.
He's looking at the stars. Dad's in the house working. And that's me, is looking at the stars.
Are you going to have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I just forgot to go.
When you get in your adoptive home, will you have to ever move?
Yeah, sometimes I'll have to move.
Why sometimes?
Because I have to go to school.
Right. But that will be your mom and dad forever and ever, won't it?
We've been trying to have a child of our own. We've been married for 10 years. It's been over 6 years ago. And we just really look forward to the time fishing, hunting, well, and girl things, shopping. So we're just really excited about getting children in our home.
Baseball, football, school, hunting, fishing. I don't know, there's a whole world out there. I mean, there's endless things to do. We got 10 years to catch up on.
For 10 years, it's just been me and Philip, that's it, you know. The curtain. Should have got a solid curtain.
Paulette, when she runs into her friends, like around Mother's Day, stuff like that, it's hard on her, I know. And Father's Day, I look at my brothers, they got kids and stuff like that, and my little brother, and watching my stepdad with him, and it's going to be different. It's going to be different next year.
That wedding.
We can deal with that.
Destruction of property.
That'll be a 4.
That's a 3. Smearing or eating feces. We both have major problems with
That's
that.
going to be a big 5 there.
Masturbation.
There'll be another high number there.
My family, when they found out we were maybe going to adopt a little bit older children, that's when the negative part came in. You know, there's nothing you can do with a little bit older children.
Alcohol use.
My response whenever they were so negative about adopting older children was that, you know, whether they're newborn or 10 years old, they all need a home, they all need love.
Home for about 5 months, but to me this is not home. To the age of 10 I lived with my mother. From then I got put in the system. I got taken away from her. All this is about 4 years of my life that I've been able to keep. Everything that I had with my mom is destroyed. I have only a portion of baby pictures. I used to have my first doll. I don't know what happened to it. I used to have my baby blankie. I don't know what happened to that. I mean, these are normally stuff that you go into any other house and a mother can pull out of her kids, or scrapbooks, or just silly little stuff. But I've managed to keep up with this. So I've done pretty good. This is me at like 5 or 4, having my birthday party with my mother near me. As we got older, I guess she figured, well, they're older now, and I can go out and do what I want to do, which she couldn't really. And, I mean, she did, like, drugs and stuff in front of us, and my brother really didn't know what was going on, but I did, and I could recognize him, and it made me mad. It hurt me, because, I mean, this was the woman that I looked up to. This was my role model. I thought she was the greatest thing. I mean, no matter what I did, she would always sit down and talk to me about it. And now I find this out, and it tore me apart, it really did. Whenever I got put in the system, I worried about my mom for 3 years and cried myself to sleep almost every night. And whenever I finally seen her, I told her that I wanted her rights terminated, and that was the way I was going to have it. And I watched her sign the papers, and I was completely fine with it. She really wasn't, but I was sick of crying and worrying about her. And I told her, I said, as long as you keep in contact, I will. But I'm not going to spend the rest of my life worrying about you.
She's 14 and just a child. Told again in a little while, moving home falls on me and fights the tears. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And Lord, as I always say, I'd love to be adopted someday.
My wife Lynn was a country music entertainer for years. She toured all over the United States. So we just kept putting off having a family, you know, and we just kind of put things off too long, I guess. We saw that we couldn't conceive. We saw some doctors about it, and the procedure would be too expensive to go through the in vitro and such as that. So we looked into adoption, and that's when we wound up with these wonderful kids. And as bad as they are at times, we wouldn't take nothing for them.
Wow.
Wow, you're okay with camera.
Well, when we first met them, when they got out of the car, we got there first. When they got out of the car and came to meet us, they called us Mom and Dad right off.
Uh-oh.
And you're not going to cry, are you? And,
no.
and Renee brought a bouquet of flowers and gave to me. And, oh, that was just, I don't know, I can't explain it. It was wonderful. And then it really started.
Yeah, they were very wild. He got pretty upset about something. I don't really know what it was about, and threw his little toy in the garbage can, and then he crawled up in the little playthings at McDonald's, you know, the little playground. Yeah, the Big Mac.
There's a Big Mac you can crawl up in.
Yeah, so he crawled up in the Big Mac thing and wouldn't come down. And just kind of clammed up on us there, and he was pretty wild.
I guess it was so overwhelming that first day. When we left them that day, they went back to the foster home, and we went to the motel, and we sat down on the bed, and then we just sat there, and we couldn't say anything to each other. It was just like our mouth was open, like, you know.
Where can we buy some straight jackets?
Yeah.
We're looking for a brother for him and her, and a son for us, around 11, 12 or so. And we hope to meet one at the picnic.
Evan can't wait to have a brother because his sister doesn't like to play ball with him a whole lot. So he can't wait for that. Renee, she has mixed feelings right now.
I just don't want another brother. He's already enough. Well, she only got too much. Actually, he's already too much. One brother? Please. I'd rather have another sister. Too bad. Would you shut up with all these too bads, blah, blahs, and whatevers?
Forgetting that you've got one, what would you like him to be like?
I'd like him to be a lot better than Evan. And I like to collect caps, books, cards, yo-yos, and all sorts of things. That was my first book that I wrote. It's most about the family that I live with and stuff. My mother, her name is Mary Cooley, and my brothers and sisters that live here.
If you could choose to be living and spending the rest of your life living anywhere, where would it be?
Probably here.
And can you stay here?
I don't know.
I would like for him to stay, but my husband don't want to adopt no more because we done adopt 4 kids already. I know he gonna be hurt, I know I'm gonna be hurt, my other kids gonna be hurt, but I'd be happy, you know, just knowing that he belongs, you know, somebody taking and treating him like their own, instead of seeing him as an adopted child, to see him as their real child, you know, like they had him birthed and raised. And if I, you know, if I know he was treated like that, you know, I can let go.
That my caseworker gave me to fill out, and like my name, nickname, my favorite colors and stuff, and my birth name and my birthday. Why I don't live with my birth mother, and I don't know, but I would like to know.
What do you know about your birth family? Because you know something.
I know I had 4 brothers. I think. This is when I'm sad. And this is when I'm mad. When people talk about me and stuff, they like say that I don't live with my real mother and stuff. And I had a photo of my mother. I didn't want it, so I threw it up. Why?
Are you mad with her? And you know what she like?
All I know is that she's white. That's all.
Deep down in my heart, I know he don't understand why the rest of them can stay and he has to go. I know he don't understand it. And I'm going to try my level best to explain that to him whenever I can sit down and figure it out myself.
Let's just see where this child that we're going to find at this picnic is going to stay.
This is not the room, but this is a room.
Okay.
Kind of accidentally looked like a girl's room. We didn't really purposely do that. But
that's cute. What about what size would you say that is?
12 to 12.
Okay.
This is.
So we have 2 bedrooms we could fill up in.
Yeah. Like 2 bunk beds apiece.
Gosh, we could even fit 4 or 5 in here.
Oh.
Don't that. I like having plenty bedroom space.
I wanted to ask about the book with the pictures.
You can use even a photo album. A lot of people use a photo album. And but you could use something like this and even title it Your New Home. Right. You could even put like, what the child's name is on front. And put like, say it would happen to be that you would get approved for Jeffrey. I know y'all liked his picture. You could put to Jeffrey, whatever his birth name, and then Hutton on it.
Jeffrey Hutton.
I better quit talking about that to make sure that y'all, I just know that I just used him for example since you picked out, and I know he's one of the kids that y'all wanted to meet at the picnic.
Now, Sylvia, you know our hopes are up about Jeffrey.
I know it, and you got to remember that.
I know, the committee.
Right. But I was going to let you see his picture just one more time so y'all know what he looks like when you get to the picnic. Okay, now that's one I want y'all to just key in on and just see what y'all think about him. But there may be others there. There may be other kids there that you're more interested in.
He is a cutie pie, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe he's going to probably be the most popular kid at that picnic.
Yeah, probably so.
That's what we're afraid of.
Well, we're here.
morning. I think the hardest thing is going to be just meeting them initially. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm not sure I'm going to say anything. We'll see in a little bit.
Everybody for your picnic.
Haircut, I didn't recognize him.
I can't talk right now. Probably going to pass out.
You just need to calm down.
unhappy right now, and he wanted to leave.
I think it's too many people. And is he excited about getting a family? Really?
Yeah, he wants a family.
Yeah.
He doesn't, I don't think it's real to him because it's been talked about so much.
Yeah, and it hasn't happened.
And it hasn't happened,
yeah.
and he hasn't met his mom and dad that he's going to live with forever.
Yeah.
He hasn't met them, so it's not real to him right now.
Yeah.
You feel like you're on display a little bit. You know, you don't know what you should and should do because you got all these people watching you, and you're wearing this shirt that signals you out. So I mean, it kind of, you're on the spot.
This is Michael. They said, bring us Michael. Oh, hi.
The sisters?
Renee and Evan are adopted.
What do you like to do?
Play sports.
Like
Right. It's capitalism and football team. You play quarterback? No, wide receiver. Wide receiver.
Like living in the country or
Anywhere, I guess.
anywhere?
Where do you live now, in the city or out of the country? Do you? I'll have to introduce you to Evan and Renee, too. They're around here somewhere. I probably don't know when we'll find them, though. Look, I want to see if y'all can find them and introduce them. Yeah, I'm going to go see that. I'm going to go try to find Evan.
I'll find out. He was a little shy. Can't blame him though, you know.
We've all just opened up, so it's been a lot better. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm watching him. His Band-Aid fell off again. He hurt his knee in the little the jumping thing out there.
Michael was really a couple years older than what we're looking for, but you know.
Michael is the one.
What?
Michael is the one.
Well, we met a boy here named Michael. Really neat. He's 14 years old.
Who cares?
Real nice.
Really nice.
And, you know, real sweet kid. And everything. Seems to want home real bad.
You did a fabulous job. But see, I got to find you a family, so I put you in my task.
You want them to walk to the car? Huh? You want to ask them? Why don't you ask them? Huh? No? Oh, okay.
The social worker told us that there was a lot of people wanting him. Even another family said, do you mind? Do you mind if we get a picture? And we said, oh, no, not at all. So we moved for a second, and that like they was going to move in, so we moved back in. So no, they didn't have a chance.
I don't know. I couldn't sleep too well last night thinking about it. I want to meet other children too, to be able to make a selection of the one that I think may fit into the family. But it's so hard to even consider after you've met one boy and you see that he wants home. It's kind of hard to. You feel guilty, I guess, going home and thinking about it.
One thing that kind of struck me real hard was we asked him, did he like living in the country or in the city? And he said, anywhere, he didn't really care as long as he had a home, and that was pretty sad.
I want us to adopt them. But no, Emma don't like them. Look, I thought she said, oh, I don't want a brother, they brats. I've already got one.
Yeah, she kind of changed her mind, though, after yesterday.
Oh, good, that's why. I just changed my mind, because I found out not all boys are brats. Oh, you think I'm a brat? You're the ugliest thing I've ever seen in life.
Yesterday we was at a picnic. I was just looking at all the kids lining it up, and everybody was just looking at it like a fresh piece of meat. This lady approached me and she asked me how old he was and when his birthday, and she wanted to know was he smart in school or what kind of habits did he have, hobbies, and I asked her all her questions, and then she looked and I told her, I said, oh, he already spoken for her. It come to me that he was trying to find a family just like I was, and I know that every family is different. So we've been having this long, we just decided we just going to keep him. And all the kids agreed, we all got together and we agreed, and we approached my husband. He didn't give us no answer until he had to go to work at 10, and he didn't give us an answer until he walked out the door. He said, call the welfare officer, tell him we're going to adopt Chris. And he just left us like that. We were just happy. We stayed up all night long talking about it, and Chris, he was so excited.
Now that I'm going to be adopted, I decided to change my name, and I'm going to change it to Cedric Tyrone Cooley.
And we just got one more thing that we need to do. Is I really want him to see his mom. I want him to do that. And so he really know where he's come from, where his mom good or bad. He'll know where he come from.
It's a waiting game now. I know there's a chance we may not get him, but I hope it's more in our favor than not, so.
I think Saturday really let us know that we thought in the beginning we wanted him, you know, but then after Saturday, because we really connected, but we still have that feeling of, you know, it's not final, and you know, in a way sometimes I don't want to talk about it in case it's not final, you know, because I think he's been a little irritated with me because I don't want to talk about it. Not much, you know.
I don't know. I just got kind of emotional on the way home. I had a good cry on the way home. But I guess it's normal. I don't know. I came home, went to sleep. My nerves were shot.
I think I prayed more yesterday and today than I prayed in a day ever in my life, you know. But I just know that it's up to God, and He's going to give us what we need and what we don't need.
To put all this back together.
We met Mark less than 2 weeks ago now, and by the second day he'd already said that this was going to be his home. Put him in the bag right back here. What made me feel good is I shook his hand when the first day we met him to leave, and he hugged her, you know, and then he turned over to me and said, I want to hug you too. And then he hugged me, and oh no, tears kind of came out and everything, you know, so it's really neat, you know.
My first thought was, they're weird. They're funny. I like them. So we sat down, and then I got the book. And I started looking, and I said, hey, I kind of like this. So, yeah, I am.
You didn't think I was weird, did you?
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that.
Why did you think they were weird? What way were
Well, just look at him.
At the picnic, we heard that there were several families that were talking to Michael and maybe interested in him, as we were, but we just decided to wait until we could meet Mark first before we made a decision, and I see now that he is the better choice for this family.
Can you pick up 14 kilograms?
Come on.
They just took off with him right from the start. They just started talking to him, and like he's always been around. Renee was just a little shy, I guess, being a girl and meeting a boy. And since he's been here, she's told me several times, I really like him, Mom. So I think it's going to work out fine.
Okay, then let's go. What's that?
Oh, there used to be a light.
There's an air freshener in here that's not working.
Seems like he's happy here, and he wants to stay. He was wanting a home real bad, I believe, and he's fell right in with us.
Yeah.
And if we had to make a child, I think this would be the exact thing we do. I mean, he's perfect for us.
He really is.
Everything.
Philip and I have been waiting on Jeffrey's write-up, his evaluation and his life, kind of, while he was taken out of the home. And we finally did get that. And I went from couldn't wait to happy, excited, to utter shock.
Evidently, he's seen a lot of violent things. Now, who done them, I can't say, because the write-up really doesn't say specifically. But it says that he had an abusive past.
The mental neglect, the physical abuse, it was just very overwhelming for me. And I, in fact, thought at one point I didn't know if I could handle this. I went so far as to think I didn't know if I could do the adoption thing at all.
I don't think reading, or while reading it, I ever changed my mind. I don't think that ever slipped into my mind at all. But Paulette said, you need to, sit down and read this, and we need to contact Sylvia right away.
Sylvia and I talked. She said, okay, I am going to go ahead and present it to the committee. I know that you're in shock. I know that this has been a scare, but I think you can do it, And she also said, I think Jeffrey is a survivor. I still think that, even after reading, what I've read today. Even though I've already read it, she said, reading it new is shocking to me, even.
I guess Sylvia wanted to make sure that we wasn't going to back out, and there was no way, not after meeting him.
She called back and she said, well, and she didn't seem all that excited about it. And I thought she was going to say the committee did not approve us. But she said, well, the committee did approve you. The votes were 5-3 in your favor. And I just said, wow. I don't know if she expected me to holler or laugh or cry or what, but she did tell me that if she was in my shoes, she'd be scared too.
Sure, I'm terrified. I'm walking into a situation where a little feller's had a terrible past, and we're just going to try to give him a way out of it. So that's what we're going to do.
a big word. Family.
Family. This is a book of pictures.
Good, that's a big word.
Of your new home and family.
What's this?
We love you,
Mommy and
Daddy.
How about that? What you think about that? This is a letter from your new mom and dad. They sent you this pictures to kind of see what they're going to look like. You in a hurry? Turn that page.
This is your new mom and dad.
I'm glad I ate breakfast a while ago. My stomach is in knots.
Address
is
Philip, Paulette, Jeffrey, What you think about that? You're not scared? It's okay. It's okay to be scared. You know, anytime that you're going to be moving in and having a new mom and dad, it's got to be scary. Hi, Jeffrey. How are you? Okay, good. Do you remember us?
How you doing, man? You doing okay? Huh?
How are y'all?
Fine. How are you?
Is this your seat? You can sit right here. We've been talking about his book.
Did you like your book we made you? Yeah?
And then we went out on the playground and we was about to burn up.
Hot out there, isn't it?
Too hot. Way too hot. So what you been doing? Not much.
What you been doing since the picnic?
Jeffrey,
That's something for you.
Oh, wow. We have something for you. We left it in the car. Wow. Did you know I like plants? You did? Is this your fingerprint? Thank
tell me where you did this.
That's by the school.
You went to Vacation Bible School? All right. Way to go. This is nice. Thank you. Do you want him to go get your gift out of the car?
That's fine, yeah.
Are you excited about going to your new home? Yeah, we're excited too.
What Jeffrey's been through, he had to let it out. I don't think they're going to see it right away. He may not, you know? You never know. You really don't. He's been looking forward to this. And if he feels a sense of security, stable, I'm not ever going to leave. That takes a lot of burden off the child.
All the burden in the world.
Waited a long time to hear that. I can't believe I'm going to get to take him home today, though. That's just going to be the icing on the cake.
You have a fun time?
Okay. And I'll call you, okay, tomorrow, the next day, to see how everything's going. All right? You gonna tell Miss Kim bye? Miss Kim don't know. Oh, I don't know. Now, Miss Kim, if you promise you'll call her.
I'm so happy for you. So happy for you. You deserve this. And you're going to be a good son to Mrs. Bell and Miss Paulette, aren't you? Yeah. And I'm going to check on you and see how you're doing. I'll send you little letters, okay? Thanks. Make me proud of you. Take good care of Mom and Dad, okay? You guys have a safe trip, okay? Bye. Well, the first night we got home, it was very, very nice. We got in, and first thing he wanted to do was see his room.
Ready? I need a smile. Can you smile? You're too sleepy, huh? Woo! Hot, isn't it? Want to see your room? Right here.
We gotta get some air on in here, Philip. See all that? Look at this. You can get down here and look at everything if you want to. And there's a bunch of stuff up there.
This is big.
That is a big one, isn't it?
At first I thought he wasn't real excited, but then he looked around a little and found what was there, and he was very excited. But, and just, he walked around and looked at everything, and mostly just hugged on me and Philip, mostly, and we played with him. So it was good.
There's your new kitty, Jeffrey. Oh. Hey, girl. Did you make this? Huh?
I think the best moment for me was, I don't know for Philip, he kind of took to Philip a little more than me, but my favorite moment was we were at McDonald's, and I was ordering, and Jeffrey and Dad was standing back watching me order, and I think it hit him all of a sudden that he really does have a family. And he looked at Philip and said, Dad, we're a family, aren't we? And Philip said, yes, we are. He said, we are a family. And he just wrapped Philip around the waist, you know, I'm glad we're a family.
I never imagined how a youngin can just keep your attention like that, because I've never had one of my own. So, but it's great. It's great. He's all over me all the time, and we get on our walkie-talkies, and I'll be out here and have it in my pocket. And he says, "I need a hug." I'll take off. So it's been really good.
We've seen just a tad bit of Jeffrey's little anger problems. Not really much. He's been a real fun kid to be with, and it's been real good since he's been here. But we can see that we are avoiding pushing certain buttons, and I think we're kind of scared of what his reaction is going to be if we do push those buttons. And I think we're delaying it a little bit, walking in cool waters instead of warm waters.
But we know that there's going to be a lot that we're going to have to face.
I really wasn't expecting to get a response from the picnic or people from the picnic saying that, yeah, I want to meet her. Yeah, we're looking to adopt her. My social worker put me in her office, and she told me that there was a family that was interested in me. They had seen me at the picnic, but they hadn't talked to me because they were working. This is Renee and Tommy Culpepper. She's 36 and he's 37. These are 3 little kids that they plan to adopt after me. This is Christine, this is Sarah Beth, and this is Chance. They live out on a farm, so they have goats, and they live in a double-wide trailer. It's really nice. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really looking forward to going and living with them. I mean, this is what I wanted. These will be my new parents. The only promise that Tommy and I can make you is that we will always love you. You will always have a home. I want you to understand Tommy and I are in this for life. We are not in this for 2 weeks or 6 months. I truly believe in my heart this will work out. And at the end of the letter, we truly want you as our daughter. Love, Mom. They're like a gift to me in a way. You know, they picked me out of a whole bunch of other kids. They picked me. When we meet, I'm probably going to be a little bit shy and a little bit quiet, but after about 30 or 45 minutes or so being around them, I'll probably just kind of talk to them like I talk to everybody else. It's like, when you're born, you don't really get to choose your parents. But when you get older, if you have that option, you do, and it's kind of like meeting your parents for the first time.
I talked to several people that had met Lacey and said she was just swell, fantastic, a good Christian girl. And that made a difference, you know, and then Tommy and I talked about it. Yeah. And we just decided.
Takes him a while to get used to new people.
Yeah, I feel a little comfortable. I'm a little happy. I've met a lot of people since I've been here, and it's been a lot of fun. I mean, it seems like, you know, I mean, it's different, you know, a lot different, but it's nice.
She's adjusted really well. I mean, she come in, she fixed her room. You know, she's helped Tommy at the barn with the cattle. She looks like she's having no problem as far as adjusting at all. I think the country life will be good for Lacey. I like it.
They're all just pets of hers. They'll probably all live here till they die.
The surroundings are different from where I used to be. The atmosphere, the life that I live now is a lot different, and I like it. I've got a life now, and I'm really, really happy, and a lot happier than I used to be.
Jeffrey has from one major temper tantrum while he was here, and it just like just scared me to death. I don't know what happened. He just kind of went berserk, kind of crazy. He went to his room and slammed the door, and they're about jerked the fan out of the ceiling. They're about cleared his room. At first I was crying, you know, what am I going to do? I was trying to call people, and I couldn't get no one on the phone, so I said, well, I guess it's just meant for me to take care of this myself. And I told him that. I'm not taking it off of you. I'm the grown-up. You're the child. That's the way it is, and you're going to have to live with it. Come on. Come on. Raising children is a lot different than I had in my mind, you know. I'm not disappointed, but it's a lot different than I guess I expected it to be. You know, when you don't have children, you're thinking about, oh, we're going to do this, you know, we're going to do that, and it's going to be wonderful, and which it has been wonderful, but, you know, in everyday life, there's everyday things that come up that aren't always so wonderful, you know.
CINEMAX Friday There's a new movie every week at 8. This week, she's a beautiful woman with a deadly husband. Look, he's following me and he needs to be stopped.
I'll fire this, I will.
See Thomas Howell. Fatal Affair. But if he's this bad, there's nowhere to go but up. Woo! Who the man now? Scott Bakula. Corbin Burnson. Major League. Back to the minors.
I don't believe you're Elvis.
Even legends need someone to believe in them. Harvey Keitel, Jonathan Scheck, and Bridget Fonda. Finding Graceland.